The feature that we have been waiting for has actually been discovered in Zenless Zone Zero. Yes, that's right, we have co-op within the game, but there is some things that we need to discuss about it. Now, originally the dev team did not say anything about co-op within this beta. How we found out is that a Reddit user actually posted footage of them playing co-op within the beta, as well as I was in a call with Rihu and a few other Hoyo creators, and we actually saw when Rihu unlocked co-op for the first time. Now, because all of this was being shared around social media, it seems like that the Zenless team was going to prepare to talk about it anyway, because later that night, the Zenless team actually revealed that multiplayer challenges, which is the name of the co-op feature in the game, is playable within the beta. Now, these are only playable through reckless challenges, which are just essentially boss fights, and currently they are saying this feature is undergoing adjustment, so they're really just here to test and see if it works, but they're going to improve upon it much more before it releases. And that's what we need to talk about, because currently, while this is a cool feature, I think they definitely need to make some big changes in order for it to be worthwhile. Looking at the Reddit gameplay and watching other people's play it, co-op seems to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to play up to 3 different players within the multiplayer challenge, but the thing I'm worried about is that there won't be any true difficulty when playing this. When seeing a lot of footage, all the bosses just look like sponges, just because the bosses currently are only programmed to fight against one player. But it seems like once we have this multiple factors of having 2 other players there, it seems that the bosses are struggling with being able to track players, being able to damage everyone, and have like the toolkit in order to do so. So one of the things that I hope that they do when it comes to the full release is that they make these bosses and just ads in general a lot more aggro against players once they are joined within a multiplayer instance. A lot of things that other games do when it comes to this is that whenever you have additional players with you, it ramps up the difficulty in order for the bosses and the ads to match the amount of people there within the instance. Now, there is a challenge mode within Zenless Zone Zero for the story mode, and I hope that we're able to do something similar with that in the multiplayer challenges. Allow us to set difficulties, make the bosses harder and stronger, and provide extra rewards and so for doing so. That'll make doing this and grinding this with players a lot more worthwhile, because having increased difficulty and getting more resources and rewards is going to be a lot of fun. Also, currently with this mode, we can't invite any friends. This is only through matchmaking, so we're going to have to play with randoms throughout the beta unless you're able to matchmake with your homies by just sitting there and waiting. That's not going to be an optimal way to do that once the game releases, because there's going to be so many players playing this game since it's free to play, and just having an invite feature would be very much necessary if I just want to hop on and play with some homies. Also, I hope with this feature that they add it in other places outside of Reckless Challenge. I don't expect it to be included with per se story. I think story should remain a single player instance and experience for all of us, but having extra modes and features outside of Reckless Challenge to have the multiplayer access, I believe would be a great idea, because having so many different things in order to make playing with friends a lot more efficient and effective, and a lot more opportunities to do so, will only make the game a lot more funner. We've already experienced co-op with Genshin, and we already know how useless that was, to the point that hardly anybody ever uses it. The only people that do are just people that kind of want to see their friends in the same world with them, but there really isn't any purpose of doing so. I don't want that fate for ZZZ. I want there to be a purpose to play co-op with friends and be able to grind and hop on every day like, hey man, you online? Let's get and run these reckless challenges and get these daily rewards and stuff. Or have like bounties of like bosses that require you to play with other players because of how hard and difficult they can be. I want that for Zenless, and I need gacha games to actually include this, because difficulty is important to have, and I think we're getting to the point where devs are noticing that they don't need to make these games super casually easy, because that removes the nuance and fun factor for it. I think having the option to add a layer of difficulty for these things will make the games a lot better and have a lot more players interested into it, because you have a wide variety of options of being able to casually jump on, mash, and grind while also looking for a challenge, which I think quite a few players look for. Now, outside of that, I don't know much more about the mode. I believe it takes stamina, but I'm not sure how much stamina it takes. Currently, I'm not at the point to access the multiplayer challenges, but it shouldn't be too far long till I get there. I believe everyone that introduced and acknowledged the co-op was around like the mid-level 20-ish area, so it doesn't take extremely long to get there, but when the game first comes out, it's going to take you a little bit of time to unlock this, since it's only tied to reckless challenges. But that's all I can really think of what to do and adjust with this at the moment. You guys comment down below what should they do in order to improve the co-op within Zenless Zone Zero. They actually posted within their announcement of it being within the beta that they wanted feedback and they want people to let them know what they need to do to make this better. Again, currently within the beta is really just for testing. There really isn't any form of difficulty to it at the moment. It's just the features there and they want to see how well it functions and works. And from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good so far. We just need to improve the difficulty, have some great rewards for it, and being able to invite friends, as well as it being tied to other modes outside of Reckless Challenge. I can't wait to see more features for Zenless Zone Zero. Co-op is looking cool, so I hope they do improve upon it and make it a bit better. But I appreciate you guys for all your love and support. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And also always remember, believe the you that believes in yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video.